I'm back again. Yeah, you know, actually, I did film like one fourth time, but I can't like. I don't know what it is with that video, but I can't use it. Anyway, so this will be the fourth time, although for me it's like the fifth time I'm exposed myself on camera. Last one, even though you won't see it, I did talk about like fears and stuff, and although I probably won't talk so much about that today because, yeah, I don't know. I just talk about what I feel like talking about, and yeah, I don't really feel like talking about that right now. Yeah, also, I think I will do like at least 10 of this, like exposing myself for the camera. Maybe I need more. I don't know. It depends on when I feel more comfortable with it. Although afterwards, I have no idea how I should like make these like real videos or normal videos. I don't know. No, normally won't be, but like, yeah, it's not this like this unedited rambling around kind of video like I'm doing now. I think I'll stop with. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You know, this is like my last vacation day, and it's like just for this day is like preparing myself for the week ahead. Like I have cleaned, I have made food, so I don't need to make any food during the week later on. Yeah, so it doesn't really feel like a vacation day, but it still is a vacation day, and I still don't need to think about work. But yeah, yesterday I did like this. I meditate for a while. Like I had this 2 hour meditation. Like although I have like 2 pauses within when I drank water because I got thirsty. Anyway, although I say meditate, but I use it like more a broader. Like I use perhaps some people won't think what I think as meditation the same because like I use the term meditation for like many things, and for some people it's like, yeah, it's only like don't think about anything or like let the thoughts be and don't judge anything. Although I have like more of a broader approach with it. Anyway, it was so nice, like my whole body like kind of vibrated, and yeah, although it did hurt on some places, like, oh, it was like this annoying thing on my foot that did appear over and over again, and I didn't know like why are you appearing, and I was like every time it was like I wanted to like to move my foot like it was really uncomfortable, and I was like, no, relax, let it be there. You can let it be there. And immediately it's like disappearing. And then it like some minutes later it started again, and I did this thing over and over again. And then later on I was like, how should I take away this? Why is this like this? Like this, I just put the thought, why are this here like? And my head like said like, yeah, you need to get your feet on the ground, like you are overloaded and that foot hurts because it's overloaded, so you need to put your foot on the ground. So I did that later on, but yeah, it's actually pretty funny how like if you got a problem and you use like this calm state and you just pop the question, you just get an answer, and it's like exactly the thing you need to do, and it helps like a lot. Like later on when I did walk on the ground like for 20 minutes or so, afterwards like my feet was completely calm again, and I didn't feel anything in my feet anymore. So yeah, it was great. But I really liked that, like sitting in silence, although this time I had like this meditation music on, like or music, no, it wasn't music, it was like sound. I like having sound because when I have sound I like notice how it shifts in my body, and I feel like this tingling sensation like all over me, and it's really nice. But that's the weird thing. Like when I started meditating for like 1.5, 2 years ago, it was so boring. Like you just sit there and you have these thoughts coming up, and it didn't really help anything. And yeah, maybe you get a bit more calmer or a bit more like more focused or something, but it wasn't enough just so you notice it, and you just like, yeah, wasted 10 minutes here. Like it felt like wasted time because it didn't give you anything, and it was like this completely boring thing. And now, like depending on what kind of meditation I do, it's like the best thing. Like I really love meditate. Like when I do these like long sessions, I do it on like those kind of things that I like to do, like heavy music, so I feel stuff. But although I do have this more kind of boring thing too, although when I do it, it's not boring anymore. It's more like, yeah, okay, we'll see how you are today. Like, it's not boring. Like, I get something out of it, so I don't feel like it's boring anymore. But yeah, before it was like this completely boring thing. I really didn't like it, but I was like, yeah, everyone is talking about this, and I do have problem with this, and yeah, it will help, they say. So yeah, you need to give it a try, real try. And now I can't kind of live without it. Like I do some kind of meditation every day. Mostly I do it on mornings, but sometimes I forgot about it, or it is something that interrupts my like morning routine. So I do it on the evenings those days instead. But yeah, and sometimes I just, if I haven't like done it like in my on the morning when I take the bus to my job, I do it like 5 minutes just on the bus. And that was what also when I started I couldn't do that on the bus, but now it's easier, although it's not like this deeper meditation state. It's more um, it's a kind of easier this meditation state. It doesn't give me as much as doing it more alone, but still it's better than nothing. So yeah, I do that too. But yeah, people should probably meditate more, because although in the start it's kind of this really boring thing, it's annoying, and your head is like shouting, and you start to hear everything, and it's just, yeah, it's a complete disaster, or at least it was for me. Like it was so annoying, and like my like the thing that I start wanted to like get off me did actually became more off. Like I get more anxiety, and so it didn't like help at all. Like everything just, yeah, it got more. I just got more of everything, so it didn't help, and it actually felt like it's not just not helping, it's like making it worse. So yeah, it was really, yeah, I was on my way to giving up, but now I'm glad I didn't. But that's the thing, like we always have this like shattering in our head, and every people like go around, and it's always like the head always have something to like process. It's not never like not processing anything, which means like you the head really don't get any break. And I think that we like nowadays we have a lot more things that the head needs to process. Like you see much more. We are more people. You need to like watch out for cars and stuff like that. And also you always like hear cars, or you have music on, so you hear that, or you're talking to people, so you hear that. Like it's always a lot of things for the mind to process. So yes, sitting down and like shut out as much as you can. I think that that's like really nice for the brain. Although like when I do these long sessions, I do have like sound on in like my ears, but it's not like I meditate on them with sound every time. And at least like one time a day, I almost do without sound. But even when I have sound, like I kind of sometimes like shut the sound out, like I don't hear it. It's like just there. And that's the thing, like you observe what's in you and what's happening in you. So even if when I have sound on, like I do feel more often, like my body reacts on it and I can see like it's reacting and I can feel it and I can like observe it, and it's like I really like that. Although some people might say that yeah, you should just get all the noise out and just get the mind like no thing to process, and that I do, although not those like long meditative periods. Maybe I will do that later on. Although no, I'm not like in that. And I do meditate more for like my enjoyment and for that I like it. I do more stuff that I like nowadays than before, just because I like it. And so yeah, I will still keep doing as I do because yeah, it makes sense for me, and I do appreciate it a lot. But yeah, people should meditate more. Although like I have this like products, like even though people don't really maybe need to like meditate, but they like need to more like feel inside them and see like how do they feel and how do they think, and like more observe what happened within them, more so. And meditation do help a lot with that, although you don't really need it. Like you can start to feel more about what happened inside you without meditation. But yeah, people really should like pay more attention what happens within them, because a lot of what happens within them and what they need to like get rid of or improving within themselves, you can't really know what it is if you don't try to listen what it is, like what happens within you. And I think that people just go around, just do stuff over and over and over again, and don't really reflect on how stuff they do make them feel. Like people work like year after year on the same company that they really don't really like to work at, but they just do it because that's how they used to, and they don't reflect on if that is what they want to do or if they want to do anything else. Or so people often get stuck because of it. And also it's like it is, if you don't reflect and you don't like know how you reacting and how you are, how will you be able to like, how are you reacting with other people? Like if you don't feel good, if you are like this a little bit annoyed person, or if you are like sad or something, you affect other people. Like if you're sad, you affect like everyone you meet. So if you don't deal with your sadness and you don't like listen to it because it has something to say, it will just you will just go and affect other people so they get sad too. And you don't really want that. You like, or maybe some people like don't care about other people and feel like, yeah, if they get affected, so what, it's their problem. But I think most people actually do want to help people, not help people, but at least they don't want to put people down. Like I really think the people do want people to feel good. Um, Although it's hard to know like where you should start, and that's the thing. Like people don't really know where to start to feel better, but just start. Just listen to yourself or listen to what happens inside you is kind of a good way to start, because it will pop up stuff that you need to deal with, and you need to like feel and like let go of or forgive or everything like that. But it can't pop up, or if you don't listen to it, or it actually do already pop up, but you ask like, no, not now, I don't want to, I just want to be happy, so I shut that up. I don't want to hear it because that don't make me happy, so I don't want to hear it. And that's the thing, like you can't really be truly happy if you don't let go of things, and you don't let go like just push it away or like ignore it, because that will just give it like more attention or like more. The more you like, no, 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 the more it like gets stronger within you, but it gets like under the surface, so it still like affect you, and it often affect you a lot more because it is in more the subconscious, so it affects you like more because like I think it's like 90% of everything you do, and so come from the subconscious and 10% from the conscious. Maybe it's like the percent may maybe vary a bit, but it's not something like that. So the more like you just ignore, like push it away, and just no, I don't want to. Like the more it will affect you, like it will be there during the surface, like under the surface. You need to like get it up from the surface and like just feel it and like accept it and forgive yourself about it. And then you can let it go and you will feel a lot better. You will be a lot happier person, and you will be more open about stuff. Like you maybe not be open like talk about stuff, because that's like different from people to people, and it's easier to be open and talk about stuff if you have released it. But the thing is that you will be more like open with your heart and open with like letting people in and letting stuff happen if you have dealt with the past. If the past just still hold you back, you won't like talk to other people in the same way. Like if you have had something that happened to you and you just push it away, your subconscious will like are afraid that that will happen again, and will like make you push people away, or make you like make sure that you don't get hurt. But if you are dealt with it and it isn't so afraid for getting hurt as much, and you will be more open and be more receptive to other people. And that's both good and bad, I think. Or actually I think it's most good, but it does make you a bit more vulnerable. But being open doesn't mean that you will take everything. It's just that you expect better of people, and because you expect better of people, they most of the time actually are better. Like if you expect someone to be angry at you or hurt you, for some reason it makes it easier for them to do that. Like when you like, I don't really know how it works, but the more you like expect people to be harsh on you or be angry on you, so it's a bigger chance that they are. If you are, it's like, yeah, they will take it good, They probably are. Maybe it's because like how you think that they will react affects how you are acting, which make them act accordingly to how you are acting. I don't know. Something like that, I think. But yeah, people should really like more listen to themselves and see what's under the surface on themselves. Like you can't really you can get under other people's surface, and you will probably do that. Although for be able to do that more or easier, it's good if you know yourself and know how your thought process goes, because then you have something to compare it with. And if you know how you are reacting to stuff, you can more so predict how other people will react to the same stuff. Because even though we are different people and we do react a bit differently on stuff, we still are somewhat same or somewhat similar. Like most of the time, the same kind of things make us angry, and the most same kind of thing makes us sad. Although then it's a bit different because like different things triggers me and different things triggers you. So it's still a little bit different, and it's still a little bit different in how angry we get for some stuff, depending on how easy we are to get angry and how much that kind of thing angers us. But yeah, if you know more about yourself, you will see more easier on other people, and you also see like how much how you are acting and how you are doing affects other people in how they are, because you get a more calmer perspective and you are more like in tune with yourself, so you more notice when you are like angry or sad or you're happy, and you're also more like in tune on how you are expressing yourself. And yeah, I think people should get more in tune with themselves and not being this autopilot kind of situation like I feel most people are at the moment. Like they are in this autopilot system. Like they go to work, they do their work, they get home, they cook food, they eat food, they look at some TV series or something, and then they get to bed. And someday, oh, they have after work, or someday they do something else, like, and on the weekend they have these activities or they do stuff like, but most of the things are like in the autopilot, and that isn't just a bad thing. Like some stuff you should have an autopilot thing, and it's like, why not? But you need to also get more in tune with yourself and just start to feel how stuff affects you, and just not always go in autopilot. Like see how the autopilot is working for you, so you can change it if you need to, and if you need to, and maybe you don't need to change it because it's good, but you need to start to feel how it feels for you, so you can do right decisions for you and get to know more what you want in life and what you want to get to other people and what you want to express to other people. Like everyone needs to have some kind of purpose, even though that kind of purpose is like, I don't know, taking care of the kids. That's a purpose. Like it doesn't need to be this like big grand purpose, but although taking care of kids is kind of a big grand purpose, but yeah, it doesn't mean like be this extraordinary thing that you just think that you need to figure out or that is far from you. Often it's like small things that you like build up on. Most of the time it's like things you like, but you can't really get to it if you don't think so much about yourself and what feels and how it feels for you. I have no idea what my purpose is, and to be fair, I don't really care so much right now. Like, I just want to be happy right now most of the times, and I want other people's to be happy, and that is what I try to do, or like make people feel better, and I try to make myself also feel good, which I do most of the times actually. I'm glad because I am very happy most of the times. But yeah, you can't really know what you are and what you want to be or where you want to go if you don't start to listen within. And sometimes you don't really need to go anywhere. Like, the best time on the moment is like the moment you are in right now. What will you do during this moment? Mm. Yeah, yeah. That is probably what I want to talk about today. I did come into very many things, I think. Or no many things, but I did come in a bit deeper than the last ones. That I think is a good job. Yeah. Anyway, bye bye.